Hey future CPAs, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kayla Brown. I'm a CPA in the state of North Carolina, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about whether you should or should not pursue a career in accounting. So if you're just getting into college and you're trying to figure out what should I major in, should I go into business administration, marketing, management, and then you have this little thing called accounting. And I'm going to tell you why you should actually pursue a career in accounting. People might scare you away from it or say that it's too hard, and you might hear whispers about people taking their first accounting class. I'm going to debunk all that and tell you why you should actually consider this as a major. First point, accounting is going to force you to have to critically think. And what I mean by that is, when people first think of accounting, what's the first things they throw out? They'll throw out math. Oh, I don't like math, or I'm not good at math. And I'm here to tell you that accounting really is very simple, basic, elementary level math. It's addition, subtraction, you might get a little multiplication here and there, but for the most part it's basic math. What trips people up the most is the concepts. And so when you get into these concepts, you have assets, you have debits, you have liabilities. And so you have all these terms that's being thrown out at you, and you're trying to really digest it and understand it. That's where the difficult part comes in. That's where you have to stay up to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning before an exam, trying to understand what you're going to see in your fundamentals of accounting class. It's not the math that's going to be having you laid up at night trying to figure out how to get your assets equal liabilities for stockholders' equity equation to balance. That is what's going to have you struggling or attempting to get you from where you are now to passing your exam. That's going to be the difficult part. It's not going to be the math that's going to keep you up at night. So if you want something that's going to challenge you, that's going to force you to have to think beyond where you're already at, accounting is going to do that for you. It's going to probably leave some gray hairs too, but it will challenge you, and for the better. It's going to make you have to think just below. It's going to have to force you to think below the surface. It's not high level thinking, it's deep levels, and it's going to force you to have to figure out, do you really understand it at its core. But going to my next point is, accounting, a career in accounting is going to challenge you in more ways than one. And what I mean by that is that you're going to constantly be focused. You're going to constantly have to be adaptable and evolve. So every day isn't going to be the same. You might one day be working very much in the weeds with journal entries, looking at what makes up a T account for a certain financial statement line item. And so that's more in the weeds, where some days you're more big picture, so you might be looking more so at the financial statements from a bigger perspective of, okay, so we see this, how does this impact such and such, or why do we see the things that we're seeing with the company, how does that relate to X, Y, and Z? And so it will force you to have to know both the details, but also from a high level perspective. Another reason why you should pursue a career in accounting is because there's an array of career options with accounting. So with accounting, you might think an older person sitting behind a stuffy cubicle and punching numbers all day. And while that might be the archaic way, or what accounting used to be like, it's not like that anymore. Not to say you don't sit at a desk, because you will sit at a desk 99% of the time. However, it's more collaborative. And what I mean by that, you're going to be constantly working with your team members. You're going to get pings online, having to set up calls to meet with people to put the pieces of the puzzle together, whether that's an audit, whether that's a different type of engagement, or you're helping the client figure out something. You're always going to be in a team. And with that, it's a very collaborative nature, and it's not very siloed. So if you want a career that is just you're by yourself, your head's in the weeds, and you're not talking to anybody all day, that's not a career. Accounting is not that career. It's very collaborative and teamwork based. But if you are someone like that, who, like me, I came from a team sport playing basketball, so it's very much tailored to what I was already used to as far as that collaborative nature and having to bring everyone together for this one collective goal. And also with the different career avenues, it's not just a CPA. You don't even have to be a CPA in order to still be in the accounting world. You can get different certifications such as CIA, which is Certified Internal Auditor. You can get something called a CISA, which is the Certified Information Systems Auditor. There's an array of ways that you can go about it. And then too, maybe you want a career that's not even accounting related, so you go into project management, so you might get a PMP, or you might have took a supply chain class, but you do have this accounting background, so now you go into supply chain or economics. I had a minor in economics. There's so many different ways that you can go about it. You can be a forensic accountant, you could be a financial analyst. There's just an abundance of careers that you can go about, which I think is one of the great things about accounting, is that it doesn't stifle you into this one area or this one lane, because we all have different preferences. We all have different things that we enjoy to do, which makes it all great, and it allows you and it affords you the ability to, with that degree, use it to really just pursue different outlets and different career options at the end of the day. And the last point, which I'll be honest, for me, was one of the things I was thinking about a lot when I did major in accounting, was how recession proof it is. Because at the end of the day, everyone needs an accountant, because every year after that 10K is filed, who are companies ultimately going to ask for help in order to file their financial statements? It's going to be the accountants, it's going to be the auditors, it's going to be tax people who are accountants. So at the end of the day, we're going to consistently be in high demand. And not to say you shouldn't perform highly on your job because you know it's recession proof. I'm not saying that. However, it gives you this, I guess, somewhat of comfort knowing that at the end of the day, when hard times do come about in the economy, I don't have to worry too much about losing my job at the very early midst of it, because my field is in high demand, because it's a necessity. It's not something that a company has the ability to be like, maybe we'll save costs on this and we'll cut this. No, like, they need auditors, they need their financial statements to be filed, and they need CPAs to do that. As such, that's one of the things that I thought about, which, if that's something that you might have been thinking about, trying to decide on what to major in, and you do want something that is somewhat recession proof, and you kind of know you're always going to have a job, accounting is that degree for you. So with that being said, I hope this video was very informative. I hope it provides anyone who is trying to decide whether they should major in accounting, and they're kind of teetering back and forth. They might have took that first accounting class, got scared, and so now they're like trying to figure out if this is a little career path for them. It absolutely is. Don't get defeated, don't get discouraged. I know many people who took that first accounting class, they didn't like it, they didn't enjoy it, and they quit. But that is not the end all be all. Or if you're in high school and you're still trying to figure out what you want to do when you do get to college, you're a junior or senior in high school, I would seriously consider talking to a counselor or talking to someone who you personally know who is a CPA or an accountant, and ask them more about the accounting career field, because like I said, they might have started in accounting, they might have worked their way to different other avenues of a career, which is, like I said, one of the benefits of majoring in accounting. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share to anyone who you think will be a benefit to this video. And also suggest any videos you would want to hear from me, because I would love to tailor my content around what you all want to hear. And see you guys soon. Bye.